Welcome back to Basic Japanese. Today we will continue to learn some Japanese syllables, and then we will learn some more basic introductions and expressions of greetings. Let's review some hiragana syllables. Please look at this chart. We have learned first line of hiragana last time, and they are 5 vowels of first lines, and they are a, I, U, E, O. Now today, excuse me, today we are going to learn second and third lines. They are ka lines and sa lines. As you can see, vowels come out from ka lines also. It's in fact every line. So ka line is K and A together, and ka, and K and I together ki, and K and U together ku, and K and E together ke, and K and O together ko. Let's learn to say each sound. This is ka. Okay, let's practice saying this sound with students here. Ka, everybody?
Ka.
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 And next one, ki.
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 Ku.
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 Ke.
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 And ko.
Ko.
And ko.
Ko.
Now, let's go to sa line. Sa is, again, the same vowel come out every line, but except combination of S and A. S and A makes sa. Okay, sa and S and she, and pronounced she, not C. So we need H in it. So S-H-I, and we pronounce she. And S-U makes su, and S-C and se, and S-O makes so. So sa, she, su, se, so. Let's practice pronouncing each sound. Sa,
Sa.
sa,
Sa.
she,
She.
she,
She.
she,
She.
su,
Su.
su,
Su.
se,
Se.
se,
Se.
so,
So.
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 Good. Let's see how we write these syllables. Let's start with ka line. Ka is written like this. This is ka. I will write this again. Ka looks like this. Now, next one, ki. It's written like this. And this is ki. I will write again, ki. This is ki. Next syllable is ku. Ku looks like this. And next one is ke. This is ke. Write again. Ke looks like this. And the last one on K line is ko. This is ko. Write again. Ko. Ko looks like this. Now, let's go to sa line. Sa is written like this. Sa. Write again. Sa. And shi looks like this. Go straight and little bit of bending. Shi. And then su. This is su. I write again, su. This is su. And next one is se. This is se. And again, this is se. And last one in sa line is so. This is so. I will write again. Actually, so can be written different ways. Can be written like this also. So if you see this, this is also so. Now, let's try to make some words using first 3 lines of syllables. Let's look at this camera, please. A and shi together, ashi, and it means foot or leg. Let's practice saying this word. Okay, Swenson-san.
Ashi.
Ashi. Roger-san.
Ashi.
Flo-san.
Ashi.
Good. Everybody. Ashi.
Ashi.
Now let's go to the next one. A and sa together, asa, and it means morning. Okay. Asa, everybody.
Asa.
Flo-san.
Asa.
Roger-san.
Asa.
Swenson-san.
Asa.
Good. Asa. Okay, let's go to the next one. Ka and I together, kai, and it means shell. Okay, Swenson-san.
Kai.
Roger-san.
Kai.
Good. Kai. Let's go to the next one. U and shi together, ushi, and it means cow or ox. We don't differentiate male or female. It's a generic word. Okay, ushi.
Ushi. Ushi.
Ushi.
Good. Ushi. Let's go to the next one. E and ki together, eki, and it means station. Okay, everybody?
Eki. Eki.
Eki. Eki.
Good. Eki. Next one, shi and o together, shio, and it means salt. Shio.
Shio.
Shio. Shio.
Good. Shio. Okay, let's go to the next one. Ka and sa together, kasa. Kasa, and it means umbrella. Okay, kasa.
Kasa.
Kasa. Kasa.
Good. Let's go to the next one. A and ka together, aka. And this is a noun, color red. In other words, red color. Okay, aka.
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 Good. Aka. Let's go to the next one. Sa and ka together, saka, and it means slope. Okay, let's practice saying saka, everybody.
Saka.
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 Good. Go to the next one. A and ki makes aki, and it means autumn. Okay, aki,
Aki.
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 aki. Good. Let's go to the next one. Shi and ka and ku together, shikaku. Shikaku, and means square. Okay, shikaku,
Shikaku.
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 Good. Okay, next one. Sa and ke together, sake, and it's Japanese alcoholic drink, sake. Sake,
Sake.
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 good, sake. Let's go to the next one. I and su together, isu, and it means chair. Isu,
Isu.
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 good. Isu, everybody. Isu,
Isu.
Isu.
good. Let's go to the next one. Se and ka, I. 3 syllables together means world. Sekai. Sekai. Okay, let's practice saying sekai, everybody.
Sekai.
Kuro-san,
Sekai.
Roger-san,
Sekai.
Svensson-san.
Sekai.
Good. Sekai. Let's go to the next one. Ki and so and ku. 3 syllables together. Kisoku, and it means regulation. Okay, kisoku, everybody.
Kisoku.
Kisoku,
Kisoku.
kisoku,
Kisoku.
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 Good. Now, we have learned first 3 lines of hiragana today. I mean, last time and today. And next time we will learn next 2 lines of hiragana syllables. Now let's review this some greetings we have learned first time. Review of greetings. Now, when we first thing in the morning, I mean when we meet people in the morning, we say, "Ohayou gozaimasu." Ohayou gozaimasu. Everybody, ohayou gozaimasu.
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 Good. Now, this means good morning. And then when we meet people in the daytime, we would say, "Konnichiwa." Konnichiwa. Everybody.
Konnichiwa.
Sanson-san, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Roger-san, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Kuro-san, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Good. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
This means hi, hello, good day. Now, let's go to the next one. When we meet people in the evening, we would say, "Konbanwa." Konbanwa. Everybody, konbanwa.
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 Konbanwa. Kuro-san, konbanwa.
Konbanwa.
Roger-san, konbanwa.
Konbanwa.
Svensson-san, konbanwa.
Konbanwa.
Good. Everybody, konbanwa.
Konbanwa.
And it means good evening. And then, before you go to bed, we say, "Oyasumi nasai." Oyasumi nasai. Everybody, oyasumi nasai.
Oyasumi nasai.
Oyasumi nasai.
Oyasumi nasai.
スベンソンさん、おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさい。
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 Good. And you know, this means good night. And when you want to say goodbye, we'll say さようなら。さようなら。
さ
さようなら。
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 スベンソンさん、さようなら。
さよなら。
さようなら。
さようなら。
クロさん、さようなら。
さようなら。
Good. Everybody, さようなら。
さよなら。
Good. And that means goodbye. And when you want to say, how are you? We would say, お元気ですか? 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 Everybody, お元気ですか?
お元気ですか？
お元気ですか?
お
お元気ですか？
スベンソンさん、お元気ですか?
お元気ですか？
お元気ですか?
お元気ですか？
お元気ですか?
お元気ですか？
クロさん、こんにちは、お元気ですか?
こんにちは。お元気ですか？
こんにちは、お元気ですか?
こんにちは。お元気ですか？
こんにちは、お元気ですか?
こんにちは。お元気ですか？
Good. Now, let's go. お元気ですか means how are you? Let's go to next one. And you might want to say thank you for asking, or thank you if you want to thank somebody for their favor. We would say ありがとうございます. ございます makes thank you even more polite. So if you just want to say thanks, you can say ありがとう. Okay, let's practice first. ありがと
ありがとう。
う。ありがとう。
ありがとう。
ありがとうございます。
あり
ありが
がとうご
とうござい
ざいま。
ますす。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
はい、クロさん、ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
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 ありがとうございます
あ。りがとうございます。
Good. Okay, this means thank you very much, or thank you. Then you might say you're welcome, or don't mention it. You would say どういたしまして。どういたしまして. This is a phrase a little bit difficult to pronounce, but let's try. どういたしまして Everybody?
どういたしまして。
どういたしまして
どういたしまして。
スペンサーさん、どういたしまして
どういたしまして。
ロージャスさん、どういたしまして
どういたしまして。
クローさん、どういたしまして
どういたしまして。
Everybody? どういたしまして
どう
どういた
いたしまし。
しましてて。
Good. どういたしまして So this means you're welcome and don't mention it. Now, if you want to say sorry, you would say すみません。すみません。Okay, let's practice saying すみません。
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 Good. すみません. Now, if you want to make it a little bit more, even more polite and formal, you could add どうもすみません. In other words, adding どうも make it it's like I am very sorry. Okay, どうもすみません.
どうもすみません。
どうもすみません.
どうもすみません。
Everybody, どうもすみません.
どう
どう
もす
もすみ
みません。
ません。
Good. This means I am very sorry. Now, when we meet somebody for the first time, when you are introduced to somebody, and you would say, I'm very happy to meet you. In Japanese, we would say, はじめまして、どうぞよろしく。はじめまして、どうぞよろしく。This is a phrase used to say to a person when you meet for the first time. So you don't say this second time or third time. So just to remember, this is only used to say, this is a phrase you use when you meet somebody for the first time. Okay. はじめまして、どうぞよろしく。Everybody?
はじめまして。どうぞよろしく。
はじめまして、どうぞよろしく。
は は
じめましてどうぞよろしく
スペンソンさん、はじめましてどうぞよろしく。
はじめましてどうぞよろしく。
ロジャスさん、はじめましてどうぞよろしく。
はじめましてどうぞよろしく。
クロウさん、はじめましてどうぞよろしく。
はじめましてどうぞよろしく
Good. Okay. We will practice using these phrases later, but before we go into some practice session, I would like to explain a little bit of grammars we have learned last time. We have learned wa as a particle. And I would like to just say, review again about particles. Particle is placed after a word or sentence to indicate the relationship between the words in a given context. And we have learned in the previous lesson 2 particles. First one is wa. And wa is a topic marker. And it is written like this, the one you see in the yellow character. It's written like that, and it's pronounced wa. And it is a topic marker. And its basic function is to set up a topic from the rest of the sentence. But it's not always, although it's often, it is also a subject marker. Okay, because Japanese pronouns does not have cases like English, you, your, or I and my. We do have to have particles to show the cases and also the nuances sometimes in the sentences. Now, look at next particle. This is question marker, ka, and we already learned this again last time, and this is placed at the end of a sentence and makes a sentence into a question. Now, look at this. In this models, we have 2 particles. First one, あなたは学生です。は is a topic marker or subject marker, and this sentence is translated into like this: you are a student. Now, to make this sentence into a question, all you have to add ka at the end of a sentence. The only difference is adding ka at the end of the sentence. So, あなたは学生ですか? is, are you a student? So, in this, as I say, this ka is added at the end of a sentence to make the sentence into a question. Now, let's learn new particles today. Okay, this is, sorry, we do this. Another example of ka, 田中さんです. And then make it a question, 田中さんですか? Are you Mr. Tanaka? Okay, now, let's learn a new particle today. This particle, no, is translated as you see here, like apostrophe s, or of, in, at, for, by, from, depends on the context. Particle no is, as I say, it's translated into several ways. But today we are going to learn the function which is more like apostrophe s in English. And this is placed, no is placed between two nouns. And the first noun together with the second, the first noun together with no modifies the second noun. For example, look at this again. 私の本。私 is I. But with no, it makes the word into my. Okay, this is what I said before. Japanese doesn't have cases. So, in English, you would say my. I changes to my, but Japanese, we have to add no to make I to my. So in other words, 私の本 means my book. The same with あなたの傘. あなた is you, and by adding no to make it your. So あなたの傘 means your umbrella. Okay. Let's look at more in detail. Now, this one, ABC の田中. In Japanese society, when we introduce ourselves, even not in business situation, we often talk about our belongings. So if you are working for ABC, for example, you would often say yourself, I am Tanaka from ABC, or I am Tanaka with ABC. So this is a case. ABC の Tanaka means I'm Tanaka with ABC. Now next one, IUPUI の学生. IUPUI の学生 means student of IUPUI. IUPUI's student, in other words. So in other words, I am a student of IUPUI. Now, last one, IUPUI の先生 means IUPUI's teacher. ですか? Let's practice just saying this. IUPUI の学生. Swenson さん?
IUPUI の学生。
Good. Roger さん?
IUPUI の学生。
ローさん?
IUPUI の学生。
Good. So if you are a student at IUPUI, you would say, 私は IUPUI の学生です。そうですね。スウェンソンさん IUPUI の学生です。
IUPUI の学生です。
Good. ロジャーさん
IUPUI の学生です。
ローさん
IUPUI の学生です。
Good. IUPUI の学生です。Now look at next one. We did this before. 私の本. Noun A and noun B. I will explain this again. So 私 is I, and adding no makes it my. So my book. So in some sense, noun B belongs to some sense to noun A. Okay, the same with あなたの傘. Your umbrella. ABC の田中. So Tanaka belongs to a company called ABC. IUPUI の学生. So 学生 belongs to IUPUI. Now, before we talk about more introductions and greetings, let's learn to say your nationality. Okay. To talk about nationality, to make it where you are from, we have to say name of the country and then add jin after that to make it the person from that country. For example, I am a Japanese, and you want to say Japanese person, we would say Nihonjin. Nihon is the word for Japan, and then jin is person. So Nihonjin is a Japanese person. Let's practice saying, everybody. Nihonjin.
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 Okay, let's go to American person. So since you are American, okay, now, America and jin together, America jin, and makes it American person. Okay, America jin.
America Jin.
America jin.
America Jin.
Good. Okay, if you are a Chinese person, you would say 中国人. 中国人. Everybody?
Chungokujin.
中国人.
Chungokujin.
中国人. Roger-san.
中国人
Good. Swanson-san.
中国人。
Kuro-san.
Chungokujin.
中国人.
Chungokujin.
Okay, let's go to the next one. If you're a German person, we say ドイツ人.
ドイツ
ドイツ
人
人。
ドイツ人.
Doitsujin.
ドイツ人.
Doitsujin.
Okay. If you are a French person, we would say フランス人.
フランス人。
フランス人.
フランス人。
Okay. And if you are asked whether you are American or Japanese or French or German or Chinese, and if you are, we would say, はい、そうです. So means it's almost like English, so. Yeah. So in other words, if I said はい、そうです, it means yes, I am so. And if you are not, we say いいえ、そうではありません. We have learned yes and no last time, and also negative way of saying this changes to ではありません. いいですか? Let's say yes, I am. はい、そうです.
はい、
そうです。
はい、そうです.
はい、そうです。
If you are not, you would say いいえ、そうではありません.
いいえ、そうではありません。
いいえ、そうではありません.
いいえ、そうではありません。
Good. Now, I will ask you some question. Okay. よく聞いてください。スウェンソンさん、あなたはアメリカ人ですか？
はい、そうです。
ロジャスさん、あなたはアメリカ人ですか？
はいそうです
クロさん、あなたはアメリカ人ですか？
はい、そうです。
クロさん、あなたはフランス人ですか？
いいえ、そうではありません。
ロジャスさん、あなたはドイツ人ですか？
いえそうではありません
スウェンソンさん、あなたはフランス人ですか？
いいえ、そうではありません。
スウェンソンさん、please ask クロさん。Make some question.
クロさん、アメリカ人ですか？
はい、そうです。
クロさん ask ロジャスさん。
アメリカ人ですか？
はいそうです
ロジャスさん ask スウェンソンさん。
フランス人ですか
いいえ、そうではありません。
Good. Okay. Now, so let's learn to practice some dialogues. Let's look at this. Okay. This is a short dialogue. And asking, are you Mr. Suzuki? Yes, I am. And then, are you a student? No, I'm not a student. I am a company employee. いいですか? This is a model dialogue. Sorry. Let's practice from the beginning. Okay. Let's just practice model dialogue first. 鈴木さんですか? Everybody. 鈴木さんですか？
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 はい、鈴木です。
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 鈴木さんは学生ですか？
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 いいえ、学生ではありません。
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 会社員です。
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 Good. Now, I would like you to make it actually something similar to this model and with reality included. So you don't say Suzuki-san. In other words, you have to change Suzuki-san part and gakusei if you are not gakusei, and gakusei and kaishain part. Can you do this? Let's practice. I will practice with Svensson-san first. Okay. Svensson-san ですか？
はい、Swenson です。
Svensson-san は学生ですか？
はい、学生です。
Svensson-sanは先生ですか？
いいえ、先生ではありません。
学生ですか？
はい、学生です。
Good. ロジャスさん、あなたは学生ですか？
はい、そうです。
クロさん、あなたは先生ですか？
いえ、先生ではありません。
学生ですか？
はい、学生です。
Good. スウェンソンさんですか？
はい、Swenson です。
スウェンソンさん、please ask ロジャスさん。Make some dialogue.
学生ですか？
はい、学生です。
クロさんですか？
いいえ、クロさんではありません。クロではありません。
Good. Okay, クロさん、スウェンソンさん。
学生ですか？
はい、学生です。
先生ですか？
いいえ、先生ではありません。
Good. Okay. Now, let's practice a little bit of introduction again. いいですか？ Since it's important to review when you go to Japan, or maybe even if you don't go to Japan, you have chances to introduce yourself in Japanese, possibly. So please try to introduce yourself. First, I will introduce Swenson-san to Kro-san. いいですか？こちらはスウェンソンさん、こちらはクローさんです。クローさん、こちらはスウェンソンさんです。
はじめまして、Swensonです。どうぞよろしく。
はじめまして。クロウさん、どうぞよろしく。
You want to say you are a student at IUPUI?
IUPUI の学生です。
IUPUI の学生です。
Good. Or you could ask 学生ですか or any. Okay, ロジャーさんとクローさん。
はじめまして。ロジャースです。学生です。
Oh, okay, good.
学生ですか？
はい、学生です。
クローさんは IUPUI の学生ですか？
はい、学生です。
IUPUI の学生です。
IUPUI の学生です。
Good. Okay, クローさん、please introduce Roger さん and Swenson さん。
ロジャーさん、こちらは
スウェンソンさん。
スウェンソン、こちらはスウェンソンさんです。スウェンソン、こちらはロジャーさんです。
はじめまして。どうぞよろしく。
Swenson です。はじめまして、どうぞよろしく。
Do you want to say you're a student at IUPUI? Or you can ask.
IUPUI の学生ですか？
はい、IUPUI の学生です。
Good. Do you have any questions to me? In Japanese? No? Okay. I would like to spend more time saying your belongings. いいですか？よく見てください。we would like to learn some belongings. For example, my book or my watch, things like this. For example, これは私の時計です。私の時計です。私の時計です。ですか？私のペンです。私のペンです。Have something that belongs to you to show? 工藤さん。
私の本です。
私の本です。
私の時計です。
Good. それはスウェンソンさんの時計ですか？
はい。私の時計です。
Good. はい、私の時計です。Please show me your book here. それはロジャースさんの本ですか？
はい、私のです。
Good. 黒さん Please show me your book. それはあなたの本ですか？
はい。私の本です。
Good. これは私の時計です。私の時計です。Please say your watch.
あなたの時計です。
あなたの時計です。
あなたの時計です。あなたのペンです。
あなたのペンです。
あなたのペンです。
Good. So you would say my is 私の時計. But if it's yours, you would say あなたの時計. いいですか? Now, I don't have a book here. Well, anyway, let's review today's lesson. Okay. I would like to review this. No. This is rather confusing, but we have learned today this new particle, no, and today we learned no functions as apostrophe s. And 私の本. 私の本 means my book, あなたの傘, あなたの傘. This is your umbrella. And ABC の田中, ABC の田中 means I am Tanaka with ABC. So if I said IUPUI の Yonogi, this means I am Yonogi with IUPUI. Something like this. And IUPUI の学生 means IUPUI student. Well, or I'm a student at IUPUI. And IUPUI の先生 means teacher at IUPUI. And again, this review. 私の本. So, noun B belongs to noun A. あなたの傘. Casa is noun B and belongs to you, noun A. Again, Tanaka ABC の田中。田中 is noun B and belongs to A. IUPUI の学生。学生 and noun B belongs to A, IUPUI. Now, we talked about how we talk about nationality, and Jin is added to the name of a country to make a person or people in that country. And Nihonjin is Japanese person. Nihonjin is Japanese person. Amerikajin is American person. Chugokujin is Chinese person. Doitsujin is German person. Francejin is French person. And if you are asked when the answer is yes, you would say, はい、そうです. If you are not, say, いいえ、そうではありません. いいえ、そうではありません. Now, I will ask you again. 黒さんですか？
はい、黒です。
黒さんは学生ですか？
はい、学生です。
IUPUI の学生ですか？
はい、IUPUI の学生です。
Good. ロジャスさんですか？
はい。はい、ロジャースです。
ロジャスさんは学生ですか？
はい、そうです。
IUPUI の学生ですか？
はい、IUPUI の学生です。
スウェンソンさん？スウェンソンさんですか？
はい、スウェンソンです。
スウェンソンさんですか？
はい、スウェンソンです。
スウェンソンさんは先生ですか？
いえ、先生ではありません。
学生ですか？
はい、学生です。
スウェンソンさんは IUPUI の学生ですか？
はい、IUPUI の学生です。
Good. Please, スウェンソンさん ask クロさん some question.
ロジャースですか？
いいえ、ロジャースではありません。
黒ですか？
はい、黒です。
ロさんですか？
黒です。
いや、クロさん。
IUPUI の学生ですか？
はい、IUPUI の学生です。
Good. クロさん ask ロジャスさん。
ロジャーさん。黒さんですか？
いえ、黒ではありません。
IUPUI の学生ですが。
はい、そうです。
Okay. ロジャスさん ask スウェンソンさん。
スワンソンさんですか？
はい、スウェンソンです。
学生ですか？
はい、学生です。
ロジャスさんは先生ですか？
いいえ、そうではありません。
学生ですか？
はい、学生です。
Good. 学生です。Now, next time we are going to cover next 3 lines of hiragana, and we will continue to learn some new grammatical words, and we are going to learn also numbers next time. But before we conclude this lesson, I would like you to learn some Japanese proverbs. Let's look at this. This is 塵も積もれば山となる。塵も積もれば山となる。塵 is a speck of dust, something you just throw away. In other words, little things, trifling things. And smoru means to pile up. And mountain means I'm sorry. Yama means mountain. So the picture looks like this. This is speck of dust. It's becoming a mountain. In other words, this means little things add up. In other words, mountains are made up of grains of sand. Small efforts, when accumulated, bring great success. So this expression teaches the moral that little by little and small, persistent efforts will lead to an achievement. You can achieve something big and something important. So even the smallest of effort, however trivial they may seem, will contribute towards one's ultimate success. And I would like you to learn another proverb, one more. This one is 石の上にも3年。石の上にも3年。And 石 is a stone. 上 is on top of, on. So 石の上 means on the stone. 3年 means 3 years. Look at this picture. This person is sitting on a stone. Stone may be very cold, and especially in winter, it's very cold just sitting on the stone. So this really teaches you, well, first of all, stone is cold, but if you sit there long enough, it'll warm up. Japanese people consider it a virtue to have endurance. And perseverance, in other words, it really means perseverance wins in the end. Endurance is a virtue. So you may find this Japanese lesson may be very difficult, or first it's such a different language from your own, and you may be sometimes feel discouraged, but if you endure and study a little bit every day, and you will be able to achieve a great success. So I would like you to remember these two proverbs today. One is this, 石の上にも3年. So even on the cold stone, you sit at least 3 years. And another one, 塵も積もれば山となる. Even the smallest effort will make a big mountain. Now, I think this is today's lesson. Thank you very much for joining us today, and I hope you will come back again. Thank you. さようなら.